So the aim of this session is just to give you some quick help with how to use PowerShell. I meet people who say, yeah, I'd love to use PowerShell, but it's really, really hard and I don't know how to start. I don't know where to get information. You guys all know so much. How can we do it? So I'm going to give you 4 quick things just so you can know how to move on. First of all, get dash command. So that will get you the command that you want to do. A star is a wildcard. So get dash command with star backup star will give you all the available things with backup included. If you wanted, you can use, if you've got an idea of what it is that you're looking for, you could then put the star on the end, so get dash star E, and we've got a few get event log, things like this. That's because a get command returns information. A set command will define something, so maybe you might set some content in a file. Or a new will create things, so a new VM, a new VHD, a new VM switch. So there are a lot of verbs that PowerShell uses to define what you can do with your commandlets. That's how you find out what they are. But basically the easiest thing is to think of the thing that you want to do. I would like to back up a database. So star backup star database, and there we go, backup dash SQL database. So now you know what your command is. Now you need to learn how to use it. And PowerShell has a brilliant get help function. And as you can see here, when it scrolls through, it gives you all the advantages, all the information to be able to find out how to get help on any command that you're looking at. If you don't have the help installed, you can use the dash online switch. So let's get the help for backup dash SQL database. A whole load of parameters on what they should be and some information about it. It all looks very confusing. How do we start using that? Well, if we look here, we've got, it says get help backup SQL database dash examples. Oh, hang on, that looks much better. Don't forget to go back to look at the get help for your commands once you understand, once you've written some good scripts and you know what you're doing, you want to expand on them. But sort of in the beginning, start with some examples just so you can get a feel for what's going on. So the backup SQL database commandlet has 14 examples of a whole variety of things that you could do. Let's look at the simplest one. This command creates a complete database backup of the database MyDB to the default backup location of the server instance computer/instance. The backup file will be named mydb.back. So let's run that. So I'll show you the default backup directory for this SQL server, which happens to just be my laptop. And you may have noticed that I'll just throw in that you can use some Unix and command aliases to be able to inside PowerShell. So the DBA database.back we've just created. There we go. So now you have got a command and you know how to use it. Perhaps the next thing you want to do is understand how you can expand on that and do further, more complicated things with it. And this is where you need your second command, get dash member. Everything that PowerShell creates is an object, and once you have your object, you can pipe it. That's on my keyboard, the bottom left between the Z and the shift. And this, once you pipe that to get member, it will show you all the methods, all the properties and events that are available to you for that object. But there's a better way to do this, because if you save the results of your command into a variable using the $, then you can investigate it much further. So service, $service equals get service to the SQL Server agent. Now if we want to look at the methods that are available to that, we then pipe $service to get member with the member type of method. And that will show us all the things that we're able to do. We would be able to start the service or stop the service, dispose of the service, anything like that. So as soon as you've got a need for those sort of commands, you can move on. So now you understand, you were able to go and grab the commands, you can find the help to be able to do it, but now you want to take the next step and you want to develop yourself further with your PowerShell scripting. And go back to get help and look at the get help about underscore things. So concepts is how they're described. So I always had some fun with comparisons. So to help me to resolve that, I literally typed this: get dash help about comparison operators with a dash online flag, which won't work for here for some reason, which would then show me all of the equals, greater than, not equal to, any sort of comparison, how I could use them, a very long list of examples. So we've got get command, we've got get member, and we've got get help. Now in the ISE, PowerShell also gives you snippets. So if we jump into the ISE, we can see that I am defining my server as Rob-Servicebook. We've got a database name. I'm creating a server object and a database object into a variable. Now if I press Control J, I'm in ISE steroids. Boo, demo fail.
You want me to distract? Oh, no.
Yeah, no, we're there. We're good. We're good. So if we now press Control J, just in straight steroids, you can see that if we wanted to create a commandlet, Microsoft has given us the full correct syntax and detail. If we wanted to do until, it will enable us to be able to not remember whether it's a curly bracket or a square bracket or normal braces. But in this scenario, what we're looking for is for each. And as you can see, we've found the for each, and it has been embedded into our script pane, and we're able to go on. Or we could maybe do a for or something like that. Because I don't particularly like typing in demos, I would use that to do this. Here, for each table in the database tables, and for each index in the table's indexes, I'm going to select the name, the parent, and the file group. And away it goes. So very simply and very easily, what I would have done would be to use the $server object, pipe it to get member to find out about databases, pipe the databases object to get member to find out about tables, and then find out about indexes, and then the same again to find out that the file group was what it was that I wanted. So hopefully what you've learned from this is the 4 things that will enable you to take your PowerShell forward by yourself, help yourself to get command using the get-command commandlet. With a wildcard, it's a star. The get help to find out how to use the commandlet, and also to have the examples to enable you to start up quickly, and for the concepts. Then when you have your object returned from your command, you can then pipe it to get member to find out what it is that you can do with it, or what events you can see. And Control J in the ISE will enable you to understand the syntax. So you can work out how to do all of that by yourself with PowerShell. However, never forget, you can always go and ask for help. The PowerShell community are a very friendly bunch. You will find them on Twitter, you'll find them on Facebook, Reddit, etc., and all there's PowerShell forums. Go and ask people on Twitter or wherever where they will be able to. So I've just noticed there's a spelling mistake in media. Where is the best place to ask for help, and go and ask for help. I've been Rob.
You have been Rob. Well done.
And that's
You've been perfectly on time.
Thank you.
Go on to,
Yay.
you had, it wasn't really a question. Someone just said that you should be an MVP. I'll send on their personal details over to you because they want a lot of Rob love.
Okay.
And you
Thank you.
get,
Thank you.
you also get